Let's say you have an older Mercedes-Benz with a 722.9 transmission, and you've got quite a few miles on it, maybe 60, 80, 100,000, and you've been warned about the problem with not changing the fluid in the filter. So you decide, okay, I'm going to do this. So you've gone online, you've checked the forums, you've watched the YouTube videos, and you're pretty much convinced that if you just drain the fluid out of the transmission, that's going to be 4.5 liters. And if you can drain the torque converter, which many people recommend, if you do have a drain plug in your torque converter, then you should be good to go. Just put the new fluid in, put the new filter on, and you'll be fine. That's what you've been told, but I disagree. When you remove the pan plug, you'll get a certain amount of fluid out and then it'll stop. And you have to go up in there and snap that fill pipe off to get the rest of the fluid out. You can do it one of two ways. You can put the screwdriver in there, twist the screwdriver, or you can put the screwdriver in, try to catch the bottom of the fill pipe and tap it off. There it goes. Now you can see we finally got that fill pipe released. I think you'll find this interesting. I decided to drain a little bit out of the pan and put it into this clear plastic container so you can see the condition of the fluid. Now, a lot of people say, well, why don't these 722.9 transmissions last very long? This is probably the reason. I believe the main reason is, number one, lack of fluid changes, and number two, it's the design of the old pan and the old filter. But in this case, this car has 78,000 miles on it. The factory for years said, oh, you don't have to worry about transmission fluid. They've changed their tune recently because the 722.9 is supposed to get a fluid change at 40,000 miles, and then they don't say much after that. Most people say every 40,000, but look at that. You can pick up a faint red-brown cast of this, but remember, on these early 722.9 transmissions, the fluid should be red. So we're going to do a complete flush. We're not going to just refill it. We're going to do a complete system flush. Once it drains away, you can take those two bolts out in the back. You can manage the weight now and just lower it down slowly and then tip it into your container. You can see there's going to be quite a bit of fluid. You can see there's going to be quite a bit of fluid still in the pan. Let's inspect the pan. At first glance, it doesn't look too bad. Fortunately, I don't see any chunks of metal. If you see chunks of steel in here, you've got a big problem. If you see specks of copper or aluminum, you've got a problem. What I'm seeing is, well, it looks a little dirty there, but watch this. Oh, yeah. Look at how dirty that is. And this is the problem. You see, I think the Mercedes engineers realized when this sediment starts building up on the bottom of the pan, with this style of pan with the filter sitting right on the bottom, that's going to restrict flow. So if this doesn't make you a believer in changing your transmission fluid every 40,000 miles, I don't know what will. There are no screws holding this filter in. It's just plugged in towards the front, so just get a hold of it and just wiggle it. Like that. Just wiggle it back and forth, right? Oh, and be prepared. You're going to get fluid running out of there. Now, I'm going to take and cut this filter apart for a little show and tell. And for those of you who wonder why the 7229 transmission is not very reliable, I think this is the reason right here. This is a Mercedes-Benz filter, genuine. I suspect that this is the original filter since new. Okay, see if we can pry this up. Okay, there we go. Here you can see where the intake is right here. But look at, it looks like the filter media has started to deteriorate. This does not look good to me. That's not much filtration for 78,000 miles. You know, I learned something years ago, even working on those old 1970s, 1980s automatic transmissions. I developed the habit over a certain amount of time of doing transmission fluid and filter changes to do it at the end of the day, to pull the pan at the end of the day and let the transmission just drip out of the valve body overnight. And that's what we did 2 nights ago on this 722.9 transmission. You can see that, yeah, we still got a little bit of fluid here, but you'll notice these things tend to drip forever. And we came back the next day after just taking the pan off and it was still dripping. But I decided yesterday I'm going to pull the valve body off and do some cleaning, particularly around the solenoids on this car. This transmission has 78,000 miles on it and the fluid was filthy. So for those that tell you that you should do this every 60 to 70,000 miles, I disagree. Should be every 40. Maybe even sooner if you drive these cars hard, and I do drive pretty hard. We started pulling the bolts. There's 10 bolts that hold the valve body. There's 6 up front, 4 in the back. And right after pulling the first 2, man, fluid started coming out. I'm looking at this, dripping, trying to drip all over me while I'm trying to remove this. Take a look at what's come out of here already today. We started pulling the other bolts, left 2 in. You never want to pull all the bolts out of these valve bodies until you're ready to pull it off. And you generally want to have 2 people because these are sometimes hard to get off. And having someone in the back, you know, releasing this latching mechanism for the shifter and then having someone up front trying to get that seal loose on the electrical plug could be a real challenge. So we just left 2 bolts in it and it was dripping so bad. It was dripping so bad that we said, okay, let's just leave it and we'll come back today, this morning. So I walk in, you won't believe this. I think you're going to find this really interesting. Hey, good morning, everyone. Good to see you back here in the shop. As I walked in, I found a surprise. Now, this is the pan we threw underneath yesterday when we pulled the bolts out. We said, hey, this is too much. We can't let it just drip on the floor. So just in an hour, this is everything that came out of the valve body, but you won't believe this. So at 4:30 yesterday afternoon, I decided to put the big drip pan underneath and walk away. And I came back in this morning and look, can you believe this? Look at how much fluid came out of the valve body overnight. This is all overnight. Now I'm going to take and pour this into the other container and then we're going to pour it into something so I can actually tell you the volume amount in liters. This is the fluid that came out of the valve body after we removed the bolts that hold the valve body of the transmission. This is not fluid that came out the night previous where we just let it drip overnight. There's 1 liter. I can't believe it. I may not have enough room. Oh, come on. Okay, there's 2 liters. Over 2 liters. Drained out of the valve body. And when you do your transmission fluid change, you're going to drain the torque converter, you're going to drain the pan, but look what still resides. What's the moral of the story? Now you understand why I'm a believer in the full system flush.